Hi, I want to talk about Fortnite and why I think it's not fun anymore. Like it just isn't as fun. And a lot of you're like, "Oh, the game is just dying." Chapter 3 was so much fun, and I was just so happy with chapter 3. And I really did not like chapter 6, and I did not know why. I just spent all my time playing Reload, but Reload wasn't too fun either. It was still pretty fun though. But then when the May the 4th season, the Star Wars season came around, that was so fun. It was incredibly fun to actually, because nothing was overpowered, as I would say. Fortnite is making their guns overpowered, like not compared to everything else. Compared to everything else, the guns are the same, but the guns are too overpowered. I want to have a chance. I'm going to tag someone in the fight, and I want them to have a chance to still be alive, for them to actually be able to fight back. And I also want that same chance to happen to me. Like, if I get tagged for 33 health, I don't want to have my whole game ruined because of that. And that, I think, is what happened with the Star Wars mode. The guns were just balanced. Like, they didn't do too much damage, but they did enough damage at the same time that it wasn't, like, too underpowered. Typhoon Blade, I do not like that, but, like, the shotguns, 100 damage instantly done. And now, unless you have a shotgun that does better than 100 damage, there's nothing you can do. There's absolutely nothing in your power that you can do unless you have good guns. But for the Star Wars one, a lot of the guns were similar, but they had different fire rates and shooting capabilities, different damages, and it was very rare to have a gun that was over rare. The guns that you would see were uncommon and mostly common, some uncommon, and maybe like one rare gun a match that you had. And it just felt so good. I could I could get to 100 health by someone. I could go down to no shield, and I could still be able to win the fight. I could still win the fight. But now, if I'm down to 100 shield, people can really easily push with like mobility and easily go up and kill me. And unless I have a shotgun that does 100 damage or a sniper, then there really is not a lot that I can do. And it's just same thing with reload though, because reload has much more mobility. A lot of times, I think that reload zero build would be perfect if they made more more spawns for porta bunkers, stuff like that. Because if you got hit in reload, there's barely anything you can do because you're like out in the open and in zero build, I mean. So you actually have to use all of your aim to go and kill someone. But that just means that you need to use like good guns and stuff, and a lot of times that doesn't happen. So I also forgot to mention this part, but then they just like run away if they don't have good enough guns. Reload, if it had much higher chance to spawn porta bunkers and shield bubbles. I Shield bubbles are quite nice. And then also less mobility, and then also a bigger map for reload. Not too big, not like Battle Royale big, but some more stuff like let's say we want. Okay, so there's going to be more houses in Reload. Much more houses. Actually, it probably doesn't even need to be such a big map, but just more houses. More more buildings that have already been built. And then I would also like to see some um unique mechanics to the game. And so here's a mechanic that I think would be quite cool to add to the game. Um, a a dash mechanic, but it doesn't like do just like a simple dash. This mechanic would go like, it would push you up and forward, and then you'd fall down, kind of like a shockwave, but much less high and like much less of a dash. And in this like dash, you can still be shot easily, but in and you take fall damage. So kind of like an impulse grenade, maybe, but maybe less fall damage. Oh, what the heck? Oh, my computer just stopped. Computer. Oh, okay, we're back. I have no idea what happened. Okay, but reload has been a little bit less fun recently because if someone tags you, you can't get out of the way enough. They can just keep their aim mostly still with their AR. They can just keep their AR aim mostly still, and they can fully kill someone. And that just makes me so sad. But Fortnite does have a way to fix this, and honestly, the seasons are fun. The seasons are fun, but Fortnite can't really do. I'm not. Epic Games isn't gonna go and like see this. Epic Games is never going to actually look at this. But I think what Epic Games can do is Epic Games never. But you, like the viewer, you can take a look. You can actually see how Fortnite's being bad, I would have to say. And if you agree, then you can agree and maybe someone can like create a creative map with like custom weapons and stuff. So that is my thoughts about Fortnite, how you can make it funner. I would say you need more cover, more buildings, less open spaces, and you need uh you need guns that deal balanced damage. Like I should be able to kill someone with an SMG in a similar amount of time that I kill someone with a shotgun. So you need them to be balanced to each other, and then you also need them to be not overpowered. So yeah, that's kind of like summarizing. Less powered guns, um, less powered shotguns, or like more powered SMGs or something, and more cover, more ways to defend yourself. And yeah, bye.